What's the impact on custody if your ex is constantly moving? Well, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public. Please subscribe to our channel. If your ex is constantly moving, it really shouldn't impact the custody at all, provided your ex is moving within 100 miles of where the case was before. And when they move 100 miles beyond that, there's a problem. But if they're moving from Oak Park to Southfield, or from Southfield to Bloomfield, or from Bloomfield to Plymouth, it could impact things logistically. And you may have to come to court and say, well, I'm supposed to pick up the child and take the child to school, but she lived a mile and a half away from me when we made that decision. Now she's moved 47 miles. This is no longer practical. You may have to make some modifications given the logistics involved. But as far as the custody goes, as far as whether or not mom has custody or dad has custody, the movement from one house to another in and of itself is not going to result in a change. Now, if mom has custody and she's moved from a nice, beautiful, stable neighborhood in Farmington Hills, Michigan, and she's moved to a crack neighborhood in Detroit, well, that may likely impact custody. You may have to come before the court and say, look, I appreciate the circumstance and I know that the housing is cheaper, maybe it's closer to her work and all that, but you know what? My kids are now exposed to crime, they're exposed to criminals, they're exposed to drug use, they're exposed to whatever may be going on, and that could go on in any city too, but anytime they're exposed to something as a result of the move, you got to bring that to the court's attention. The court may say, you know what, this does change custody because the environment of the children is not as stable. That's really the key. See, the court doesn't care if you live in Detroit or Redford or Southfield or Oak Park or Bloomfield Hills. It's not about where the move is. Nobody cares where. There are great neighborhoods in Detroit and lousy neighborhoods in Farmington. I mean, it's not about the city. It's about the stability. If that move preserves the stability, the court's going to say, so what? They move. A lot of people move. Every couple of years, people try to upgrade. They move. What's wrong with that? Well, it's a new school. Well, all right, so you figure that out. Maybe the school's better for all I know. But if the situation is becoming unstable, or if the moves are periodic as a result of being evicted, so the person's getting evicted from place to place to place and schlepping the kids along with them, and now the kids are going from school to school, missing school and all that, I can well see the court's going to say, you know what, all this movement is unstable, and therefore we're going to change custody. But note, it's not about the fact of the move. It's about the fact that this has now brought instability into the lives of the children, and the court's not likely to think that that's in the best interest of the child. If you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.